Alright, this is now World War I home front. When I say the home front, that means what's going on here in America while the war is raging in Europe. First off, World War I was a total war. That meant everyone was bought into the fact that we should be in war and or trying to do something to help. Okay? So first off, we have the War Industries Board. This is one of federal agencies designed for the United States for war. It is led by a man named Bernard Baruch. Basically, he went to these companies and said, "You make what I say." And so the whole purpose was to make things so that the soldiers could use them and then find a way to get it to them. We also have the Food Administration, and this is the whole idea of clean your plate, don't waste food, etc. And this is run by a man named Herbert Hoover, who later becomes a U.S. president. He did such a good job here, and also being Secretary of Commerce in the 1920s, they elect him. Okay, but the Food Administration was that save food. Why? The food that was saved could actually go to feed the soldiers, right? Now the last one here is the Fuel Administration. It's actually run by Harry Garfield. That's the son of the late James Garfield, who was actually assassinated while president. And the Fuel Administration was to save coal so that you could save light. This does also give us daylight savings is going to be a big thing here, because that was an easy way to get people to save energy on a basis. Now you as well could have volunteerism. This meant that you volunteered for things without being told that they were going to help you. Now, the biggest way you could volunteer was by growing your own food, and so the concept of a victory garden or a garden is there so that you could use the major things for the soldiers. Now we also have the Victory Liberty Loans. Now sometimes they call these war bonds. These are really, really important because they help the United States finance the war. Basically, you would buy one of these war bonds on the offshoot chance that you are going to get your money back plus interest when the war ends. And so that's really key going forward, and we'll talk about why that actually backfires and why that never happened. Lastly, we have the 4 Minutemen. This was called the CPI. The Committee on Public Information is led by George Creel. The 4 Minutemen, they're kind of going back to the idea of the American Revolution, but they would show up on the scene. They'd give some type of propaganda thing with the ultimate goal of getting you to A, register for the draft, or B, buy some type of war bond to finance. With the latter, buying the war bonds, the more common one. These speeches lasted 4 minutes because that was studies done on the fact that the average attention span is about 4 minutes. So that was actually a fairly good thing, and that is our first one about the home front. Now the next one about the home front is where we really get into stuff, and they're going to test you on this, so make sure you pay attention.